The looming Netflix tax, another liberal lie. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. Do you miss Stephen Harper yet? I do, because if you remember back to the last election, Stephen Harper warned us that, well, if we elected the Liberals, they would be bringing in a Netflix tax.
Something you might not know about me is that I love movies and TV shows. But I'm running for Prime Minister. So why am I talking to you about TV shows? Because some politicians want to tax digital streaming services like Netflix and YouTube. Some have even called on us to introduce a Netflix tax.
Of course, the media party mocked that video and the very idea that a Netflix tax could be coming. The Liberals denied it would ever happen. Here's what Cameron Ahmad, the Liberal Party spokesman at the time, now a PMO spokesman, said about the idea of a Netflix tax during the 2015 election. Any suggestion that the Liberal Party supports a Netflix tax is nonsense. Right. But when a Liberal tells you they won't tax something, do you believe them? Well, I don't, and that's due to experience. So here's the latest story, this time from the Globe and Mail. The headline reads out, Liberal MPs to call for broadband internet tax to fund Canadian media. Now, the Liberals on the Heritage Committee, the ones that are backing this idea, swear this isn't a Netflix tax, and they claim it isn't an internet tax either. They say it's a streaming tax. That's right. It's all about streaming. It's not about taxing the internet or Netflix or anything else. See, what's going on is a lot of people are cutting the cord. They're dumping their cable subscription. They're going to online services like Netflix or Crave or The Rebel. And these services aren't subject to the CRTC, Canada's broadcast regulator. So the CRTC can't force them to kick into the Canadian Media Fund. The solution from the Liberal majority on the Heritage Committee call for a 5% tax on any high-speed internet service and then put that money into funding Canadian content. It really does prove what Ronald Reagan said about how the left views taxes. If it moves, tax it. If it keeps moving, regulate it. If it stops moving, subsidize it. The Liberals want to tax a growing and vibrant part of the economy to fund one that's fading, that's stagnant. And now here's the really funny part. Despite the fact that internet services like this have never been taxed before, supporters are trying to claim that this isn't a new tax. Check out this anonymous source in the Globe and Mail piece. They said, people will say it's a new tax, but it isn't a new tax. The goal is to update the current levy on cable companies to include other services that they now also provide. Right. So you're taxing a service you've never taxed before to fund something that this service has never funded before, and you want to claim this isn't a new tax. I'm sorry, this simply doesn't wash. Stephen Harper warned you this was coming in the last election. I warned you that Justin Trudeau would raise taxes, and now he and his Liberal Party, they want to add a Netflix tax on top of the beer tax from the last budget, the Uber tax, and a bevy of other taxes that are either already in or coming. It's like he doesn't want you to have fun or be able to afford fun. Elections have consequences, my friend, and Trudeau and his Liberals taxing you to fund their friends in the TV production business, well, that's just one of the consequences. If you like the Rebel video you watched, make sure you never miss another one again. Click here to subscribe, or if you've already subscribed, are you subscribed to Rebel Canada? It's our new channel, all devoted to Canadian politics and the stories the other guys won't tell you about Trudeau and company.